Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Hollywood After Dark episode number 28. Tonight, where we talk about accountability over entertainment and the act of running away when caught in 4K. Of course, we're going to be going further into the fallout over the Zack Snyder Justice League motion comic. And that's a real tragedy. I just want to say that. But we're going to go into all of that toxic fandom and a real wild Mecharandom clip right now. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to the show tonight. Sorry for the delay in getting it out there. Today has been a very interesting day for me. I noticed this is going to be a bit personal, but I noticed a lump in my abdomen the other day, and it was a little worrisome. It was a little large, looked like an alien chest burster getting ready to come out of me. And I decided to go and get it looked at, thinking it's possible that it might be a hernia. Turns out it is. Ding, 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 ding. I was correct. I have a large abdominal hernia that I find out tomorrow more information about, and then also start going down the path to get surgery. So that part sucks. But no matter how bad that is, my day still wasn't Matthew Miranda's, aka Lightcast production or podcast. That whole thing is a little bit wild. But before we fully dive into that, because my friend RJ was going to stop by tonight, we're going to be talking about it, and there's a lot to get through. I just want to quickly address the chat. I see here right off the bat, HBarts with a $2 super chat says, Matt, you owe me Arby's now. To which case I say, bitch, that wasn't part of the arrangement. But I saw you got your Arby's the other day at your birthday party when Enosh brought that to you, which is very nice of him to do. I guess, he's closer. He has the ability to do that. And but happy birthday to HBarts. Welcome to the age of 21. It's literally all downhill from here. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys very much. Raya here saying, hey, thanks, sending well wishes. Thank you very much. I'm not in a lot of pain. I'm just in a fair amount of discomfort. So I'm hoping that it will be pretty easy to get fixed, but it's looking like I'm probably going to need surgery. And I have to wear like a girdle, which is coming in the mail in a couple of days. So it's an abdominal girdle, right? It's like Spanx for men. It's just literally to hold my intestines in place, which is so weird to say. And it's possible that this is related to my back injury from a couple months ago. The doctor today thinks that it was. I'm going to get a second opinion tomorrow. In which case, yeah, that totally sucks, because falling down on the job is probably going to end up costing me about a quarter or a third of the year. Which is going to suck. TJ, I have a hernia, so that in my abdomen. Answer saying Jarbo Rule 34, you got this. Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. Music Commander says, sending lots of love. You'll pass that stomach alien like a badass. Thank you so much. I hope I will. I'm going to name it Chud. I'm going to name it Chud if it ever happens. But anyway, so thank you guys very much on that one. Other than that, the only other real news of today was everyone still talking about this whole Black Widow situation, right? Black Widow having brought in a bit of a drop this week, to be honest with you. It was a bit bigger of a drop than many people out there, myself included, actually thought about. They didn't think it was going to be that big. Turns out it was. And is that the end of the world? Is that the end of the world for Black Widow? The answer to that is simply no, it's not. But I want to dive into that more in its own separate thing. But joining me tonight is RJ and Saggy Melons, who just hit 1,000 subscribers. Everyone give her some love.
Yay! What's
Give
up?
her some love, goddammit.
Yes!
Yeah, love for the Saggy Melons.
Love it!
Oh, anyway, so how are you guys? How are you guys today?
I'm angry.
I'm doing good. It's been an interesting couple of days, though.
I'm very angry.
Yeah, well, are you angry about, I know, Saki, on the way home from doing deliveries, I was listening to your stream on Mecharandom, so I do want to talk about that in a little bit. So if you could post that link to your stream, the first couple minutes of it, in the private chat, I can get it queued up for when we watch it. But not your intro. That goes on for way too long, and I don't care about anime. So
whatever.
like,
You're so like
you
negative.
are a mid-30s woman that's like, I heart anime. It's
There's
just
nothing wrong
no.
with
How
that.
dare you? Anime doesn't have an age limit,
Yeah,
sir.
It clearly doesn't. It clearly doesn't have an age limit. We know this because anime is on the internet. Ever heard of Lolly or Shota?
Okay, let's
That's
not.
pretty
Okay,
age
anyways. All right. So anyways,
I'm an ASMR.
why are you so creepy with it?
I don't know. Anyway, here H Bart says, I'm surprised you're getting surgery. My dad has had a hernia for 15 years. I don't know, health insurance, I guess. And it's a large one. It's a large thing. They got to push it back in. Rodney here, thank you, $5 says, did you see the Spider-Man Far From Home leaks on MCU leaks Reddit earlier? Plus your thoughts on the rumored Blade director. Well, I mean, I've seen Spider-Man Far From Home. I saw it 2 years ago when it came out in theaters. I think you mean Spider-Man No Way Home. I haven't yet, which we can take a look at those later on. If you DM them to me on the Twitter sphere, I can bring them up towards the end of the show. And then the Blade director has like done nothing that I've seen, and like no one knew who he was. So when Discussing Film talked about that, a lot of people were like, "Who?"
Yeah, it's an
Love you, Eddie.
Yeah, it's an unknown indie director. So I mean,
yeah, but apparently, see, he's Muslim and God, what's his name?
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, Mahershala Ali. He's Muslim. And so, I mean, they're thinking like someone had said, is it possible that they're making Blade Muslim? And I'm like, that's interesting. I don't think his religion plays in any bit of this for killing vampires, unless like, I guess like they've made pork, or if he cuts their heads off, it could be like a weird commentary on circumcision.
Holy crap.
What?
That's red as hell.
Whoa,
bro.
what the hell? Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't see the red?
Elmo here. Wow, thank you so much. Oh, $99.99. Jesus. Wow, thank you. Just saying here, I love you, Matt. Thank you very much, Elmo. I love you too. I can't do an Elmo voice, but I really appreciate you. So thank you very much for that one. There we go here. RJ's dropping the Elmo.
Wait. I got it.
Oh, God, you got it too? You got it too?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it, Elmo. Oh, wait, no,
Okay.
what? I deleted it. Never mind. Sorry, false
Never mind.
alarm.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Make it rain, make it rain on Matt Jarbo.
Oh, yeah, I know. And then H Bart's here follows up by saying the Barnes and Noble I went to had a whole wall of B stars.
That's popular.
I saw that image you posted. I'm just going to bring up Elmo's here because I think that's great. Thank you. No, thank you for that, H Bars, by the way, too. Yeah, no, I saw your image and I saw someone commented that you just pulled it off your shelf because the way the flash worked is it did kind of look like you were having that a little bit there. Anyway, observing stuff here asks the hard question. Who is Lightcast?
I just found out about this because I had to ask people. I'm like, I'm hearing a lot about this motion comic, and I absolutely have no idea what was going on, but I know that a lot of my friends were involved. So I was like, what's happening? Because I wanted to understand.
Lies, deception, drama. It's a whole mystery novel.
Yeah, it's a whole kit and caboodle. But to quickly recap for people who don't know about it, hold on here. Mike Oxlon, $2 says July 22nd is when the No Way Home trailer drops. Be ready. Hell yeah. Hell to the yes, a couple days.
What's your source?
Well, do you not see his avatar right there?
Okay. That's
What if Matt Jarbo was actually Doomcock the whole time?
Wouldn't that? I would not have to go out and stop and deliver food. So there we go. King of the Golden State here says, Jesus, usually my $99.99 goes to hookers and blow. Well, King of Golden State, clearly I'm better than hookers and blow, which is a very astute thing for anyone to say.
King, you can bring
Elmo
it over. I'm a
Elmo
hooker.
here, what are you doing? It would be crazy if I dropped another 100. What are you doing? What do you do?
It must be nice to have that kind of money to just drop like.
I don't know. I am not gonna look again. No, I thank you guys so much. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. But let's so to quickly kind of go back into this here. We talked about this the other day. All right, the Dreamscapes of Justice League the motion comic. I voiced my concern initially when this was talked about because of, well, Lightcast, Matthew Miranda, who is, listed here as the director of this project. Now, he's also producing it alongside with Maroof Hussain, who is the his social media guy or one of the producers over there on the podcast or whatever. And Andre Fernandez, who is the Nicotina show here on YouTube, is also an executive producer, because this was generally Nicotina's idea.
Right.
And so they talked about this just 10 days ago, and within 10 days, or in 9 days, really, the project was canceled. And so a lot of people were really frustrated over the tracing accusations. And one of the reasons why has everything to do with things that Matthew Miranda himself had said, which ended up being kind of patently false. So here is one of 2 clips I was able to put together to give you a better idea of just what he was saying and why people were getting upset.
Though, if you want to know the story, just Google Dreamscapes of Zack Snyder's Justice League at the art exhibit, and you can read the whole entire thing. Yeah. We took the creative liberties of bringing that to life by individually creating original art. Everything is original. We're not using the Jim Lee, art of any kind. So we're making everything original, and we're having fun with it. I think it's great.
Yeah, that's clearly not true. Right?
No, it ended up not being true.
But what is? I know Nicotine was part of this, but why is he getting backlash?
Well, because it and this is kind of where we're going to talk about that too, and that requires a little bit more. I guess you could say it's going to be a little bit longer of a deeper dive, only because they responded today. Finally responded today in a live stream. And I listened to it tonight while I was out. I had tried tuning in a little bit earlier while it was going on, but as I was trying to talk about it early on, I said hi in the chat, and I was placed in timeout by one of the moderators, who I believe is actually Dawson. I think Dawson, Nerdy in Many Ways, is the one that muted me out of this, because
what?
when I went in there to say hi, he goes, "Oh, the
opportunist is here.
The opportunist is here." And then I was muted, and then anything else I said in the chat was deleted.
Yes, and I addressed that in the comments. I asked, was Matt timed out? Because I noticed, if Matt's saying hello, he probably had more to say on this. Why isn't he responding? And it seemed really fishy because I saw the deleted message at the top. So it seemed very suspicious. They did address it, I think, a little bit on the stream, but it seemed like you were not allowed to comment anywhere after that point.
Yeah, and to Nicotina's credit, I did message him privately, and he did apologize for it, saying that it was one of his moderators, but he didn't say who, and that's okay. That's okay.
But my question is, why? I'm curious, because I love Dawson. I love Nicotina.
I love Dawson as well, and I understand why he would do that.
I'm confused.
Well, because I've been critical of his friend, and his friend is Matthew Miranda. His friend is Lightcast. That's why he's upset. Is because the situation, and even, a mutual friend of ours will not talk about this subject because he thinks that Matt was too heavily attacked. And if you were to listen to the stream today with Nicotina and Anthony ACS and Ryan Zieverfett, they also make it out to be that Matt was unfairly attacked. But this is the thing. You can't sit there and say that someone is unfairly attacked when they say things like this.
Individually creating original art. Everything is original. We're not using the Jim Lee, art of any kind. So we're making everything original. And we're not using the Jim Lee, art of any kind. Original art. Everything is original. We're making everything original.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, just FYI, that was not Matt who edited that together. That's been circulating on Reddit.
That's been circulating. Yeah, I downloaded those from Twitter.
Oh man.
So
what a sticky situation to be in.
That's the whole thing. Is it's and they even kind of confirm this. They even kind of confirm this in this live stream from earlier. Now, the thing with that, the reason why it's interesting is because earlier today, Lightcast decided, after posting this, because I can't post this up anymore because he's gone, by the way.
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything's gone.
Instagram is still there.
Oh, Instagram is still
there.
Okay.
I'll talk about why that's still there here in a second. But his YouTube channel does not have any content, which means it's all privated. It's probably not deleted because why delete all that content? But it's all gone. His Twitter account is all gone.
As is the main Matthew Miranda account as well.
And his main and his personal It's Math Chew account is gone as well. He fled. He got caught in 4K and he fled. And the reason why that pisses me off.
Oh, Matt cut out. Damn. No, well,
just when it was getting hot.
Well, I was gonna say, before Matt comes back, I would say that the innocent do not run away, and also you do not run away and leave people who are the people involved in this who did nothing wrong to fend for themselves and to answer for what you've done. Right.
And
it's not fair. It's not fair to the voice actors, the artists, anyone else.
Exactly. Because I heard a little bit about this, and in my head, I'm like, first of all, I love 4Nerds. I do. And I think that they should not be getting all this heat that that I've seen them getting. I absolutely adore Dawson. I absolutely love Nicotina. I love Ryan. I love them all. And I don't think that, they wanted to do this for a good reason. And I don't think it's right or fair that one bad egg kind of just toppled everything. And I love them to death. And it angers me. And listen, if Dawson, if this guy is their friend, I don't care. Like, be friends with who you want to, but I'm also not gonna be okay with that person who, to me, sounds like they just threw people I care about under the bus. I don't like that. These are good people. Dawson is amazing artist. He's amazing person. He's a sweetheart. Nicotina, very sweet guy. Very funny person. Makes me laugh. These are good people, and I've had the privilege of being able to talk to them and get to know them. And I don't think that anything that this project, they weren't doing this. There was no malice intent. They wanted to do something good, and it just
something
somehow
positive,
ended.
unite the
Right,
fandom.
something positive something positive unite the fandom, because they're all about the fandom and positivity. And in this situation, it sucks for them, and my heart goes out to them. And I wish there was something I could do to make people understand that this group of guys and women and these voice actors and all these people that were part of this project, they went into this thinking that this was a good idea, and it was, but it just somebody just
bad management, bad leadership,
and that's exactly
screwed up.
And that's exactly what I've been saying is bad management. And apparently that's a hot take. I don't know. That's a hot take.
I don't understand it's a hot take. I really don't.
It's because, here's the thing with this. So here's the thing is, the situation has caused Nicotina a lot of anguish, and I don't want to throw him under a bus or nothing like that. I'm not trying to dogpile anybody here.
I don't think this is his fault. I don't think it's his fault.
Well, I would argue in some cases, and I don't know if he's listening or not. And again, Andre, if you are, I love you, buddy, but I think you got to hear this. Your stream today, like, you legitimately tried to remove like who was in charge and tried to shift blame to toxic fans rather than the accusations that were being levied, because you yourself, and here's the thing, I went and I looked this up, right? I went and I looked this up because I'm like, I got to make sure I'm right on this. I got to make sure that I know that I'm right and that I know what I'm talking about. And, there's a couple things here that I think need to be discussed. Hold on. Actually, damn it, I closed that. I closed that thing out here. I got to find it.
Well, I would say there's a lot of unanswered questions as well. I was in the chat.
There are many.
Yeah, with the Screen Rant article, did anyone try and get in contact with Screen Rant to get them to retract that statement and clarify what was going on?
I talked to Stephen Colbert. I hit up Nicotina about it publicly, okay, which he does mention in that clip, in that live stream, right? And he goes like, Matt Jarber brought it up, which I did because I brought up this part right here where the author and the person in the article had wrote there that the funds will be to support both the Restore the Snyderverse and the AFSP, which is not accurate. And I was asking for clarification, which is an entirely right thing to do. And so
wait a minute. Is this why Ray Porter made the tweet he did?
No, I think
ago.
It's connected, but it's like there were people that were really heavily criticizing Ray Porter when
because
this thing
of Lightcast involvement, because
of like yeah. And so here's the way I see it. Here's the way I see it, because Andre says in this clip, in the stream, that they went to Matt because he would open up the door for more resources. They just wanted to do it as like an audio thing and have the images scroll on the screen, which I still think they should do, by the way. If you've already got all the voice actors have already done their work, just put it out as an audio drama and be done with it. The motion comic part of it is dead. It's dead. It's done. No coming back. Put out the audio, give fans what they want, and give at least something, so you don't at least waste all these months on something and then just shut it down. Because the problem though is that in that stream with the three of those guys, it stopped being about let's explain what happened, because Andre tried in the beginning, but they failed to really, really, really acknowledge all of the issues. And I say that because look at this here. Okay. So this is Nicotine's Twitter. All right. And on the Twitter, he's got the pinned thing here from July 16th. So a couple days before all this stuff went down, when they first showed off the images before somebody made that connection. He talked about it here a little bit 5 hours ago. And then he shares this one here, by the way. He shares this from Mariano, who is the artist in question, who was the one who was, who had been copying artwork. These images here are, from what I can tell, they aren't copied.
There are accusations that the third one where Batman gets hit by the unibeam is, though.
Okay, but then here are other artworks by him as well.
Yes, and this got trending today as well.
Yeah, so this is Mariano's work here. So this is Superman punching Mara. And then, oh, look, Superman punching Wonder Woman. It's very similar.
The face when he gets punched is like the big thing.
Yeah, it's the big thing. And never mind the everything else, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got this shot here of Superman punching Darkseid, which is the official artwork. And then this is Mariano's here. It's very same. It
looks basically like a Snyder cut, cover of paint over it.
Yeah. And again, the thing is, as all of us have been saying, if you wanted this to be looked at as being legit, or at least to kind of mitigate this damage here, all you have to do is just simply say, we made a mistake and we're going to bring in somebody new. Because here's the thing with that, is Andre said that on the live stream today.
Well, they did. They Lightcast,
but that was not.
Yeah.
But no. In that statement that Lightcast put out, and you can go find it on my stream yesterday, because I didn't take a screenshot. I should have. He deleted the Twitter, so I can't find it. But in the thing yesterday, he had said that we are going to tweak our artwork. He did not say that we are going to replace we are going to remove the artist and replace the artist.
That's
Nicotina
correct,
said today in the stream that they were going to remove the artist, remove Mariano, and then they were going to replace him and redo all the artwork, because he said that's what they all were saying. But here's the thing. Looking here at Anthony's Twitter account right here, right? I'm just scrolling through. Nothing here about the thing and about the motion comic. Anthony said nothing about it. He said nothing about it when all the stuff was going down. He was quiet about it. But they're out there today and they're saying all of these things. They're saying all of these things about this kind of stuff. Nicotina said 22 hours ago, so it would have been 1:48 a.m. my time yesterday. All right. So 22 hours ago, he said, I was so excited to bring you guys this project. Unfortunately, it will not happen. I wanted to thank everyone who helped bring the project to life. I apologize to everyone for the oversight regarding the artwork. It was never our intention. But again, it's no mention of getting rid of the artist, no mention of anything like that, doing it in kind of the dead of night. I get why he put the statement out. I'm not faulting him for it. It's a lot of pressure. I get all that. But this is when I talk about poor management and what the accusations were. And guess what, guys? I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't just Mariano that there's accusations of this. And I got some proof of that. So Dawson posted this, right? He posted this. Okay, so I'm assuming this is Dawson's original work.
I would believe so, yes.
All right, so this is his piece right here. Oh, it's cool. It looks really great, right? So it's the image of Captain Cold. Looks pretty badass.
Superman shadow coming in, yeah.
All right, yeah, it looks pretty badass. I liked it quite a bit. Again, Dawson's got some talent. This is what I wanted to show you privately. So this is Dawson's image. Just watch the GIF. So, was it just Mariano?
Now, see, here's the thing.
Well,
no, because
that's my question.
Here's the thing. Do we know first of all, do we know for a fact that was one of Dawson's drawings? And number two, it could have been just Dawson taking that image and animating it just for the sake of that thing. I mean, or actually, I want to go back. It does look like a drawing. But my thing is, here's the thing.
No, at no point is he saying.
Well, I was going to ask too if Dawson was drawing, because I was like, if you wanted another animator,
he's
Dawson
credited as
perfect.
a concept artist.
Okay, because I was gonna say Dawson's amazing. I would think this whole thing, if he had the time, could be done by Dawson, because Dawson's art is absolutely phenomenal. And I think if anyone could replace an artist and make an amazing motion comic, it would be Dawson. Which is why I'm surprised Dawson wasn't part of that.
No, he's definitely part of this whole thing. He also was voicing. Who was he voicing? The Flash.
The Flash, yeah.
He was getting to voice the Flash. So I don't know if that is specifically the same thing, right? I don't know if that's his or not, but that is again looking at the
it's just more examples of
that is a different artist. That's a different artist.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's Dawson, because Dawson, I've seen Dawson's work. He, like I said, he is an amazing artist, and I've seen all of his original concept art, and it's definitely not a trace. And Dawson, no, I don't think this is.
Here's the thing overall, though. Like, I don't know if it's Dawson or not, and I'm gonna give Dawson the benefit of the doubt because I know he's a good person and everything. I don't think he would do something like that.
I don't think Dawson would. Yeah.
But again, I think Dave the Film Junkie put it best. Like, why was this not properly vetted? Why did they not check up on this and make sure this art was properly vetted in the beginning?
For a project.
That's
not an excuse.
That's not excusable. Especially when they're going through the process of putting in the amount of work that they are. And again, this might if
professional actors involved.
But if anyone is involved in this, if anyone in the chat who's if anyone watching is involved in this, and if I've gotten anything wrong, please come in and correct me. I want to be corrected because I can only look at this from what I can see.
Here's the thing: you're dealing with people who aren't all professionals in this project. This is something they want to do, and they are depending on other people who they feel are more qualified and have the experience to help them with the project. Nicotine came up with the idea, right? But is Nicotine an artist? Is he a production person? No, he came up with the idea, and everyone said, "Yeah, sure, let's do this." But we got to find people who know how to do this. So they depend on people. They have a friend, this Lightcast guy. Hey, you do things like this. Can you help us out? And he's like, "Yeah, sure, seems fun. I'll help you out." I'm not finished, because here's the thing: when you have friends, right, with just the scenes, like for instance, if I wanted to do a project and I'm like, hey, Matt Jarbo, I got a great idea for a project, but you know more about the entertainment industry than I do. You want to help me out? I'm going to trust that my friend knows more about things than I do, and trust that he's going to do things. So you don't think at the time when you have someone you trust and is your friend, you think to check up on to make sure that they're doing shit legit, because they're your friend. You put faith in somebody. So I get what you guys are saying, but overall, what makes me mad is that they put their faith and trust in somebody who is more experienced in something that they're trying to do, and now they're getting heat because that person fucked up. And I personally don't think that's fair, but that it is the internet, so people are free to critique.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying there. I get what you're saying there, but it's look at what I just showed. I mean, if that is his, which is being presented as such, by the way, all right, it is being presented as it is his. At no point is he saying this came from somebody else, and generally Dawson only posts his own artwork, so it's kind of sketch. And that's where there should be clarification on this kind of stuff. I just want
to say real quick, when I say that should have been properly vetted, I'm not talking about the artists themselves. I'm not saying Nicotine or Dawson or any of those guys should have probably vetted. I'm talking about the directors, people who are getting the art submitted. Why do they not take a closer look at it and make sure everything was appropriate before putting it out in the public? That I have to agree with Dave the Film Junkie again made that great point. It's that's a failure on Lightcast part. It's a failure on Matthew Miranda. He is the director of the project.
He's the director, and he was the one who was in charge of it.
He is the one that's responsible. And yes, it is a Boston accent. I'm from Boston, but that's what I'm saying. And I understand people were upset about tracing stuff. Cool, I understand that, but at the same time, I'm not understanding is why everybody involved is getting backlash for the actions of one artist or two people.
Well, it's because we're talking about integrity here. Now, you can sit there and make the claim, and they have made the claim. And again, I believe this is for the vast majority of people there, that they were not going into this for fame and fortune. All right, they weren't going for fortune and glory. They weren't Temple of Dooming this, so to speak. No, but let's be real. But let's be real about what this project would do. Okay. Let's be real about the outcome if this thing went off without a hitch. All right. Now, they may not be getting paid, which they said they're not getting paid, and I believe them. But again, this thing comes out. Everyone talks about it. Everyone checks it out. Everyone gets their profile elevated. Everyone gets their artwork looked at, and maybe they get some new followers, some subs. At the end of the day, when you do something like this, it is for both wanting to push the Snyderverse forward, and there is going to be that back end of the popularity that comes from it. And here's the thing with that, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. No one does fucking fan films for just shits and grins. They want to get their work out there, and they want to do it in a way for people to see. There was a guy tonight that just, or the other day, that put out like a 40-minute The Last of Us fan film, complete with visual effects that look amazing. Right. And it's like, why would
film films are usually better too.
Yeah, well, depending, because there's a lot there's a lot. We're gonna probably check out a few fan films later on this week, because like they're open for watching, so let's watch them and have fun with them. I like fan films. I enjoy supporting that. I wanted this motion comic to do well because I think it was a cool. I read the storyboards, I liked them, and I think there's a lot of good people behind it. My complaint has always been about Matthew Miranda and the fact that he's still cut and run, and without taking any responsibility for this. For being the person who is the one who was the face, who was the listed director, another listed executive producer. And then today he leaves everyone holding the bag. And this is what pisses me off the most, Saggy, is they all fucking defend him. And no one is sitting there going like, well, maybe we should look at who was the one overseeing the project. And maybe start looking at him as being a little bit on the, well, maybe you done goof side. And that's it. And that's all you have to say is they goofed up.
And I also don't believe this project gets canceled over toxic fans.
No, not at all. Not at all. If you want, and Dave made a great point tonight too on his stream about how there was, like how the whatever you want to call it, the effing Justice Con got a lot of blowback. Justice Con 2.0 did from certain people who felt that they weren't included, that they should have been included. There were people that were attacking the Nerd Queens for that. Because they accused him of gatekeeping. And guess what? They still went forward and they still did it. So no, toxic fans isn't the reason. The audio recordings had already been completed. Everyone had already provided their voice. The audio work was done according to things that I had heard, at least on the stream tonight.
And by the way, I'm getting tired of people going after the Nerd Queens, calling them gatekeepers. It's the most dumbest thing. They are amazing women, and they are amazing people. And they don't deserve all the crap they're getting over some self-entitled a-holes that feel like they are entitled to things. You're not entitled to things. And blaming other people who are worthy of such recognition by people that you feel like you should be recognized for, you're a bunch of sad boys. Get over yourselves. Leave those women the fuck alone. Let them live their lives. They do good. They do amazing. They're amazing people, and they do amazing things. But
we're not really talking about them. I agree with you.
I just had a rant. I'm sorry.
It's kind of I get it. Like they felt like they had to distance themselves from the project because of the pressure they were getting, and that wasn't right. So, and I understand their position, and again, like I have no issue with the Nerd Queens. I think like I get it. People wanted to support this, but at the end of the day, it just ended up going kind of tits up. And again, like I put up the poll asking, because you can do polls now on YouTube, by the way. They finally got into that. Wow. So we got about right now a 68% say that it's copied, and then 32% says that it is original. So the eyes have it on this one. There's 107 people watching right now. So there's all that. But anyway,
why don't you go up some more?
Yeah. So I want to take, hold on here. I want to take if there's been some super chats that come in, I want to take a very quick break and address those because I am a capitalist whore. So H Bart's here says, what if Zach came out and said, I'm done? I think it would dispel a lot of people, but there would still be quite a few, there'd still be a lot of people that are like, no, down, let's burn Warner Brothers to the ground. You'd get a fair amount of that. But I think he should say something. Command unit here with 50 shekels.
Everybody loves shekels.
Shekel. Thank you so much, Command unit, who also became a channel member last night, by the way. I forgot to update the graphic today because I didn't get to my computer. He says, there's any upcoming movie or TV series you guys are hyped for? I'm kind of messed so far about the current offering, but I could have missed something. Book of Boba Fett coming this Christmas. You've got early next year Halo on Paramount Plus.
Boys season 3.
The Boys season 3, Invincible season 2. The Witcher season 2,
all that Marvel stuff.
Hawkeye, yeah. What if? What is it? Does HBO Max have anything good? Jellystone looks interesting. I know I'm like the only
Harley
one
Quinn
who said
season
that.
3.
There we go. Harley Quinn season 3. As for movies, I really want to see Pig. That just dropped this week.
Yeah, it's getting rave reviews.
Yeah, but it's not what you think. I know it made it look like Nicolas Cage hunts down whoever kidnapped his pig, but like apparently that doesn't happen. So but apparently it's still really good. And so there's that. I want to see Gunpowder Milkshake. That just dropped last week on Netflix. There's the Fear Street movies, which I hear are very good. And there's a lot that's coming down. There's Sweet Girl, the new Jason Momoa movie coming to Netflix this month in August.
Ooh, Jason Momoa.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Jason Momoa.
Sure, Jason. Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is coming out. I mean, I'll wait 45 days.
Oh, yeah, Masters of the Universe Revelation next week.
That's coming out next week. Yeah, that's going to blow up the internet. Shut up.
Oh, sorry, not next week. This week. This Friday.
Is it?
Oh, is it this Friday?
Yeah, it's this Friday.
Yeah, that's right. It's right. I should email Netflix and be like, try to get in on that shit. So there's a lot of stuff there that's been a lot of what's been going on. So there's a lot of good things to watch here, but really, Shekels, what you need to see, I'm going to post a link right here, is this is ISO-themovie.com. That's my movie, free to watch, ISO-themovie.com in search of. It is a terrible movie, and I'm in it. So watch it.
I gotta see that. By the way, did you call that man or woman or whoever they are shekels?
That's Israeli currency.
I know the currency, but did you just call them that? Is that
no? I said the command unit 50 shekels.
Oh, I heard you say shekels. I thought you were calling them shekels. I was like, dang, you just deaded their name.
No, what?
Are you okay, Saggy? Are you okay?
Shekels?
I'm clearly.
Is that a clown? Like,
yeah, shekels
the clown. It's just like
I'm gonna just stay quiet.
Just throw money at them. Their life's pathetic enough. I dance because I can. And then also we've got another $10 here, £10 here from Benson. Thank you. Saying they all should apologize, confirm that they messed up and admit the Snyderverse is done. Dawson's just an easily led kid. And he said on the show Sunday he wasn't looking for internet fame. Laughable. Everyone wants internet fame. I
know. Dawson's not about like that.
I had someone. Yeah. Okay. Every time he hits a new milestone for subscribers, he throws a ticker tape fucking parade. So
I did too. I got 1K. It's exciting.
Yeah, but here's someone actually today came to me and they said, Dawson's buying subs, right? And I'm like, he's not buying subs. The thing with Dawson, he's not buying subs, but the content he's making is not what people are subscribing for. If you go and you look at his most popular videos, they're the story and ending explained of films like The Book of Eli and Knowing.
Yeah, those are great.
And those are good. And
great videos.
Those are actually really good videos. I've watched them. They're really solid videos, and I've told them as such. And I'm like, why don't you focus more on that? If you're sitting there drawing.
Because editing's hard. Editing's a lot.
Editing is a bitch, but if you do pre-production on that stuff, you can make it go by pretty quick. I'm just lazy. I haven't done it myself.
But he's a married man. He has a day job, and he can't do editing like he used to do.
Jeez, you're such a mother. You're such a mother.
I love my friends. They're amazing.
You're just like this. Okay,
I will
Dawson.
Defend them to the death.
It's okay, Dawson. I'm saying that if you do that, that'd be better. I think if you did that kind of stuff, it'd be better.
Well, so listen. Well, I mean, that's true. Like, I'm sure if a lot of us did things that got us to where we were often, I think we'd still be doing pretty well. But sometimes people want to change. They don't want to keep doing.
Sure.
The same
No,
thing.
I get that. I just find it.
Dawson.
I just find it. No, because and I've told him this too. Like him and Enosh and I were talking one night, and I told him this. Like, people are watching that content. If you're not doing more of that content, and it's kind of like, and I get it. This channel is the same way. It's like, it is what it is. I'm just saying, I'm saying he's not buying subs. People are legitimately
Well, speaking of buying subs, on that
stream, he's great.
On the stream, on Nicotina's stream, they did throw an accusation towards Syl, saying that he buys subs.
Where do people buy subs? Because I'm struggling to get to 1K.
There's a bunch of.
I'm just saying that they were making accusations about people buying subs. At least on I know Ryan said that. So
I hear about people buying subs, and I'm sitting here like I've been I'm struggling just to keep the 1K. I didn't know I could purchase people to sub to me. I didn't know that.
Well, the thing is though, like you can purchase the subs, but like YouTube is going to probably verify that, and like it's not going to help you out.
He's still doing good for himself though, all things considered. You may not.
Well,
like
yeah, he's streaming. He streams
but
multiple times a day, and he's got Mikey Sutton on there, and Mikey drops scoops, and they do a bunch of stuff together. So yeah, they've been talking a lot about like different movies, and that people want the scoop game is hot right now.
Why is it whenever there's a YouTuber that there's some drama about, the first thing people say is they're buying subs? Like, dude,
because
like,
it's an easy attack against them.
Like, yeah, they're not buying subs. Like like Matt Jarbo said, I originally Dawson caught my attention with his Book of Eli explanation video, and that was absolutely amazing. And I like showing up for his live streams, and let me tell you, I used to start off my YouTube channel editing videos. I got bored with it. It's so much easier to just boot up a live stream and talk to people, instead of just doing a video. And I like to engage with people. So
well, and I've been streaming like every night, so it's and it's been very, and people have been very helpful. I appreciate that. Real quick here, William Powell says here, stuff like this happens every day. Most people don't understand legal infrastructure and the value of vetting projects. You're not wrong, William, by any stretch of the imagination, but there's still nothing wrong with asking for accountability. And in the face of kind of being presented with that accountability, when you then decide you want to go and just, I don't know, like yeet yourself off of the internet,
and let everyone else deal with
the fallout without ever taking proper because this is the thing, he never once said I'm sorry. Well, he said he's sorry. He did say he's sorry when they canceled the project.
It's like a gaslighting statement.
But when he posted the statement about the artwork originally, right? He said, because about the artwork originally, he was like, oh, it's I think the first statement was kind of hand waving it away, right? Was like, oh, I've seen that there's complaints about this, but it's really no big deal. And then more people kept looking, and then he put out the secondary statement, which is like, well, we've realized that now some of the artwork is not the way we want it, and we're going to be tweaking the style. Doesn't say that they're firing the artist. Doesn't say that they're sorry for the mistake happening. It addresses the problem, and it does offer a solution. But even in Nicotine stream today, they're saying like we were saying we're going to get rid of this guy, that we're going to like, no one said that. If you said it privately, you didn't say it publicly, and maybe
they said they were tweaking the artwork. That was it.
Maybe you should have said something publicly. Maybe that would have mitigated some damage. Maybe that would have saved some credibility, and maybe the situation wouldn't have blown up as bad as it did.
Did it ever occur to anyone that maybe the reason why that they went about the way they did is maybe because, like you were saying, like, oh, well, they didn't, they were defending the guy, and I'm like, well, maybe they felt partially responsible, so they didn't feel like he deserved all the heat because maybe they were taking some responsibility on their own.
I think waiting the time that they did, 2 days, two whole days before addressing it on a live stream, and then not even really answering any questions. They were very dismissive, because I know RJ was asking a lot of questions.
Well, I don't know what happened. I
was asking many questions. I understand though, it's a live stream. They got to keep things moving. But I was asking questions about, I asked Nicotine what his involvement was as a producer. What was his role like in the project?
I'm gonna say, like, I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, which could be a lot of stuff that was being talked about, and try to figure out, how to handle this situation. And maybe that's why it took 2 days. Like I said, I'm not gonna.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna give them.
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, because I'm not going to assume, like I said, you have a bunch of people who are just regular people. They're not huge, massive, like, YouTubers. They have some of them have a pretty decent following. The rest don't have as big of a platform. And this is all new to them. So I'm not going to sit there and bash them for being new to this type of thing, and then having that backlash.
No, this isn't about being new. Nothing to do with that. It's like the same thing of saying, like, the defense of, well, charity. No. There was a mistake made. They clearly understood that the artist that they had brought on board did something that was unethical. All right. Or, well, they presented it as original, all original. They kept saying all original. That was their tag. And then they find out that that's not the case, that he was, using other artwork for inspiration, which if they just would have said, you know what, this is what's going to happen, then I think people would have been okay with it. It was the silence. It was the goalpost moving. And then it was turning around and saying, no. It's your fault. It's your fault.
It's the fans' fault. It didn't happen.
And that is what Zeverfett said in that stream. It was like, no, it's not happening, and it's your fault. And I'm like, no, it's not happening because you guys couldn't address a simple issue, and you let it spiral and you let it get out of control. And then the guy who is the face of this, who even in those clips I showed, is the one. If it was Nicotina's idea, why the fuck is Matt explaining what it is? You know what I mean? So it goes to show you that, like, he was the person who was in charge. He was the effective showrunner, the director, the head honcho. And he didn't say anything. And no one else said anything for literal, like, you know, almost a day and a half. It took Liz Wonder and Wonder Meg to literally quit the thing before Nicotina said a word about it. And that is a problem. If your cast is quitting and you're all clamoring about it behind the scenes, and you are clearly drafting PR paperwork because that's what Matt did, it's not hard to say, we fucked up and we're sorry. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Again, that's an issue of management and leadership.
Did he freeze again?
No,
Yeah,
I
he
don't.
did.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
he
he
did.
did. Yeah.
He did. He got very quiet.
Again,
No,
though, it's an issue of management and leadership, and, you know, I don't blame anyone who was involved. Again, I don't think they deserve any harassment. Harassment's not okay.
No harassment. No harassment. Clearly no harassment. All right. Obviously, I'm saying that. I want to reiterate that. No harassment. Leave everybody alone. But I'm not the only one that is saying that the lack of accountability is the issue.
It's an issue of integrity.
Yeah, there's that too. And look, and let me also be fundamentally transparent. 3 years ago, I was canceled for my own dumb fuckery. All right. I was harassed. I flagged some videos. It was wrong of me to do. And trust me, I had more fucking heat on me than these guys did. All right. And I'm still here. I didn't deactivate my Twitter. I didn't deactivate my YouTube. I didn't run away. I fucking sat there and I took it. I took every fucking thing they threw at me. All right. Including, like, and people who know, they know the story. I don't need to go into it again. There was no need for Matt to run away. But here's the thing. One of his hosts quit yesterday. I'm sure other people, I heard that there was another person who was, like, working for them that also stepped away, that, like, but not publicly. And, you know, and clearly it was his entire brand has fallen apart because he just couldn't say, I goofed and I'm sorry. But he tried to control the narrative. He tried to control the situation, and then it wasn't enough. And then now he's leaving other people to hold the bag, and they're trying to come out like hardcore, like, no, Matt didn't do anything, but it's your fault. It's like, come on, guys. You know what? Like, don't be the fall guy for someone who was overseeing the project making these kind of mistakes. And that's the thing when it comes to the toxic fandom that I wanted to mention earlier. Is it toxic to demand accountability? And I say that, and there's a reason why I put the accountability over entertainment in the thumbnail, because in this fandom, a lot of these same people were pushing accountability over entertainment with Ray Fisher a year ago. And here we are in a situation that's demanding accountability over entertainment. And instead, the guy in charge is fucking running away and leaving other people to hold the bag, and they're still defending him. And there's not I'm not seeing a lot of accountability. What I'm seeing is, you know, some of it, but not enough.
When you put it that way, it sounds even worse.
Well, I would be a good lawyer. But anyway, you know, that's just the whole point. Is like, well, hold on. I want to get back to this one. Benson here did say, to further your point, both Dawson and Enosh said they were not looking for internet fame and we're not in this to make money. There's nothing wrong with super chats. Like super chats are a great way for people to show support. All right. Like, and that's all that it is. Cause you know, like I'm a capitalist. I am here cause I like to do this and there's money. So, you know,
yeah, of course. Obviously if like super chats are available, everyone appreciates them, but you know, if you're in this to make money, you're going to have a miserable time. People do this for fun.
And Dawson and Enosh 100% are not doing what they do for fame and recognition and stuff like that. They are very, very freaking humble guys. A lot of these guys are very, very humble. So when I see people say that or even think that, I'm just like, bro, how? Like, they are the most humble people that you can meet when it comes to this platform. Same with Matt Jarbo here, like very humble people, very down to earth.
I'm just stubborn.
People.
That's my problem.
Yeah, you're very freaking stubborn.
I'm very stubborn. I'm super, but we talk privately, and I'm stubborn, but I'm not a dick.
No, you're not a dick. That's why I'm
yeah.
You're
that's
cool.
yeah. I'm very stubborn, but I'm also like super approachable and very cuddly in person. Now just with 98% more hernia.
You're stupid.
Here's you know what I want to do. I want to like if I still have this hernia at Halloween, which I don't think I will. I'm gonna what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like lay back and I'm gonna let it extend as far as it can. I'm gonna try to see if I can get someone to draw Quado from Total Recall on it. And then just God. Like have it say Quaid. Right?
Oh my God. You're a hot mess. You're
right.
Who
wouldn't want to see my intestines with like a weird mutant baby drawn on it? It would be very awkward, but I think I'm not into cosplay, but I think it could work.
Oh my God, you're a madman. Although I do want to see it now that you put it in my head. I need to see this be a thing. Hernia, don't go away. I need to see you to see on Halloween.
I'm gonna make you a star. Hernia. I'm gonna make you a star.
That Jarbo's hernia is clout chasing.
There we go. Yeah. Let's see here. HBO Max has Warrior. They are. And did they just put the new season, or they're doing a third season?
Yeah, I believe they're making a new season. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, HBO, for that one. And Benson says here, what you did doesn't compare. You were not well.
I love you, Bence, by the way.
I mean, I see what you're saying there. I think in essence, like it's, I handle things poorly. There's a lot to that story that I'm not going to get into here, but.
By the way, you missed Benson's other super chat.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, go on Social Blade. He's buying 100 subs at a time. Oh, he's talking about Dawson. Actually, Social Blade no longer does up to minute subs. What they actually got rid of that a couple years ago, and they rounded up or they round down. And the reason why actually was because of harassment. Because what happens is that when you would have a creator that would have a big blowout, people would run like 24/7 live streams just watching the counter drop in real time. Like, and honest to God, it happened to me. I think you can probably find the live streams of like Monday Matt sub count plummets or something like that, of just a live stream of my Social Blade watching it. I think I lost like 10,000 subs in a day. Like I'm just like of dropping subs and people celebrating the death of my channel and the death of other people's channels. That's actually why they did it. So I do think because his videos get views, and I do think he gets subs from those. But that's why the Social Blade is what it is. Anyway, let's see here. H Bart's here. It says, "Don't poke the bear." Also, Enosh is great in person. Yes. So I saw the picture. You guys seem to have fun. That's fantastic. I'm glad you guys had a good time on your birthday. All right. So,
well, I guess I had a question real quick.
Yes.
Actually.
Of course you did.
What happens next? Like,
so that is the thing. So now, in my particular opinion, what we're going to see ultimately is probably the continued destruction of Matthew Mecharandum. And I say that because the guy does have what appears to be more enemies than he does friends at this point.
Yeah, I was watching the Film Junkies stream on this, and boy, was it very aggressive against Matthew Mecharandum. People, it was. I saw Amanda Colbert in that chat. I saw Cole from the Dirt Queens in there. A lot of people, even Dave himself, is like, "Yeah, I try to warn everyone about this guy."
Yeah, well, here's another thing too, and this popped up, and I'm not trying to like, Will Rowlands is Will Rowlands, but I'm more about the images here. When talking about, here's, Matthew saying that he's they're canceling it, right? I mean, again, even this particular post here has a lot of gaslighting in it, as RJ said. But then earlier today, before Matthew got rid of his personal account, the RT Snyder Cut account, very much that they have a beef and whatever, but he says this is hate. This is ignorance ran by a group that will go right after me for purely making it clear. This is the group that ended the motion comic. I will not be silent about this. They are not fans. They do not do the research. They hate because of their own insecurities. Again,
why go after and attack other fans? It does not help anyone.
On his personal account. Well, but then he fucked up. He fucked up because he did this a little bit later. Another account that released the Ayer cut, it's a different Snyderverse account because there's a lot of Snyder Stands accounts out there, was bringing up a comparison between Superman the movie and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Some of the shots that were similar. Now he says that's plagiarism here and tracing ridiculous. He should have watermarked Richard Donner #RIP.
Oh, that's just gross. That's
and
stupid.
this is the mentality of somebody.
Does he not understand that there's a difference between saying you're doing original work, then getting caught literally copy pasting the quote original work, and then paying homage to an old scenes from back in the day, and making a current movie and throwing in like
there's a difference
egg.
between an homage and copying and plagiarism.
Right. There's a difference between an homage and copywriting. So, and I'm pretty sure that in the movies they usually get permission to do these things beforehand.
No. In the movies,
I don't understand why anyone wanted to defend this guy at this point.
Because it's recreating a shot is recreating a shot. Like, it doesn't matter at all, you know? Like,
I mean, I guess.
Like, that doesn't, like, there's been so many.
It's not plagiarism.
Yeah, because if everyone is, because how many, like, you know, like, you go back to, let's say, Citizen Kane, right? And the way Orson Welles shot Citizen Kane really did revolutionize a lot of some of the shots that we have today. The same with D.W. Griffith's Birth of a Nation, that crazy ass movie. You know, those are some of the films that have had great impact on how we make movies and how we also see movies from some of the ways that these shots take place. And so it's like every time we have one of those forced perspective shots, right? Or like, what about the one where like it's like the zoom in on the face, but the background moves backwards, right?
Oh, like the Jaws thing.
Yeah, like it's I forget the name of the shot, but that was, you know, that's been used by so many people by putting, you know, the actor on a dolly, pulling the dolly towards the camera. And then you can get that kind of forced perspective on there. There's the cinematographers reuse shots all the time. None of that's, you know, and directors will storyboard a certain way. None of that matters.
The only thing I will say though is I will agree that that some of the fans kind of went a little too hard on like the homies, and that like that's
well,
okay.
of course, that's never
no one is arguing against that
because they will get clapped. Clap.
No one is arguing against the Snyder. You know, some of the people really heavily going after the people involved in this. Like, and I do think
leave
that
them alone.
I think at this point in time, the project is dead, and that's the shitty thing. You know, like
it doesn't have to be dead.
I'll get crap. I'll guarantee you I'll get crap for like, you know, oh, why are you going after Lightcast? Because Lightcast is a grifter and he's a liar and he's a manipulator and he's a gaslighter.
Well, considering how he's responded to the situation, again, I don't understand why anyone wanted to defend this guy.
Because it's their friend. If that's your friend, you're going to defend your friend.
None of my friends stabbed me in the back and left me cold in the wind.
So, you know I might let you.
So here's Ashley, this is great. Thank you very much, Panel Accuracy, for asking about this. Why is the Instagram still up? And I actually can pretty much summarize that for you. So the Instagram is still up here. And I thought that was kind of interesting because I did find out tonight that Matthew didn't like something somebody said, and Matthew was very much yelling at them on Instagram about it. So there might even be a video response from Mr. Miranda on that one. Should be pretty fascinating to see. But here's the reason why. How many followers do they have on Instagram?
9,000.
Almost 10K.
Almost 10K. Now, here's the thing with this too. So when you have you can get a business account for Facebook because Facebook owns Instagram. And when you get the business account, you tie a Facebook account to a Facebook page, a fan page, to your Instagram. And so you need both of those. Now, because the Facebook fan page is still active. Hasn't posted anything in a while, not even an updated post about walking away indefinitely for the time being, at least. And, but the reason why they're keeping the Instagram is because when they come back, and let's be fair, an egomaniac narcissist is not going to stay away forever. All right. They're going to wait a little bit. And then when they decide that they want to come back, they're already going to have their infrastructure for coming back and continuing what it is they're doing. But now they're going to be, I don't know, maybe reformed, or there's going to be, you know, like we're not covering DC anymore. Now we're going to do Marvel.
Good luck with that.
Well, yeah, Because and that ties into, again, the this is my opinion on it. The grift that Lightcast has with the cultured nerd is a very interesting one, because they back each other up. And there's a lot, if you listen to Film Junkie tonight talk about that, he gave some examples. And those examples I've heard of before, especially something involving a storyboard that that cultured nerd made a very a very large fib about where they got it, about where they got this particular image that was shared privately, and somehow they got their hands on it. And one of the things that Matt does is Matt acts as kind of like the muscle for the cultured nerd. Taylor's like the nice, soft, sweet guy about it. And then, but then I've had Lightcast come into my DMs and kind of bully me about Mikey Sutton. Like, what do you know about Mikey Sutton? Is he legit? I'm like, well, I ask him, like, and that's the thing. I've heard from other people that he's done the exact same thing. If there's a scoop somewhere, Matt's in your DMs trying to get info on it. And so it's like, okay, well, why is this? And from my understanding, what it is that they're trying to, they put out a lot of, they try to see what they can shake loose. And then they run with that, as well as just kind of make up. I've literally heard Taylor Murphy say that, like, Ben Affleck has signed a contract for the Batfleck movie on HBO Max.
But by the way, I just want to confirm that Mikey Sutton is actually 3 babies in a trench coat.
I will be able to confirm that in a couple days. Because apparently
3 babies.
Mikey and I are going to be meeting up, I think, in a couple weeks, I think, is when we're supposed to, provided that I can actually, like, walk around for the day. We'll see.
Just make sure you wear protection when you meet them.
I will. Yeah. Babies are a lot of that. Was like,
no. Oh no. I just realized I made that joke, and that just, I'm sorry.
Yeah. To address Rel's comment, though, it doesn't really matter if he was joking or not. It's a dumb thing to post.
Yeah, when you're accused of tracing, and when you're accused of what is more or less, plagiarism, which I don't call it.
If it wasn't a joke, he's an idiot. If it was a joke, it's a terrible joke to make at a very time sensitive time.
Pretty much. That's kind of the issue here.
I don't think they should stop this project. Honestly, I understand that there's backlash, but I think that what they should do, in my personal opinion, because they're all talented people, and I really would love to see them do this. I don't think they should let this one stupid incident deter them, because they really had something good, and I really would love for them to continue it. Just get another artist. Don't give up, guys.
Get someone better at the helm.
Honestly, I really would love for you guys to do this. You guys are amazing people, and I'm so sorry that this crap happened.
Holy
Lord, Jesus,
oh my God.
Mother of God.
Elmo, this is getting addicting. Giving me money. I mean, yes. No, thank you. My God, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, Elmo. And I know we just met, but I feel like I know you really well. No, again, I never have any idea what to say on this. I don't have any drops for it.
I start adding drops.
I gotta start adding drops, I guess. I don't know. Like, I really, honestly, all I can say, thank you, dude. All I can say is thank you very much on that one. Yeah.
To get back on track with the topic, though, I mean,
way to make that awkward, RJ. Thank you.
No, let's not make it awkward. I said
way to ignore somebody spending $200 on me. Let's just
no. He's got a point. He definitely does have a point on that one. But we'll just keep this up here.
No, I was going to ask, like, in terms of Ray Porter and Harry Lennox's involvement, I mean, do you think this is going to deter them from doing more fan interactions and projects in the future? Because I can't imagine they're happy about this.
I do think that, yeah. I do think that not only that, but the guy Sean Roll, whoever was going to be voicing the Riddler, that actor, I'll tell you why I feel bad about that guy. Let me see if I gotta see if I can find it here, because this guy, I feel really bad. I feel really bad about this guy. So he's an actor I've never heard of before, who was going to be voicing the Riddler in it, and he was very, very, very excited to do it. And he also said kind of the same thing, that he's not going to be doing anything with Scott Fowler. Okay. So this guy doesn't have like much to his credit, right? I wonder if he changed that. He just had it up there. Okay. So, sorry, it's stupid StreamYard. Work, damn you. All right, so Scott Fowler is supposed to be playing the Riddler, okay? And his overview here is he hasn't done much, about this, right? So he's a former pro wrestler turned actor, okay? He was in the CNN HLN project Murder Nation, so he's a lead role in that. So that's cool. And he's an asset to any production. Good for him. So it says here a strong campaign / movement started on Twitter at Scott Fowler Acts for Scott to play the Riddler in future DCEU projects. Hot off the heels of released the Snyder Cut campaign, Scott has gained support of a huge portion of Zack Snyder's loyal fan base, and he wants to play the Riddler. Well, here's the thing. Earlier today, he has updated this, because earlier today he had the Justice League motion comic listed on this as being the Riddler in the Justice League motion comic. And I think there might have even been a page for it here or something, right? And so I felt really bad because this guy clearly wanted to do it, and then just like ended up, losing out on that in a way that's unfortunate for the guy, So
coulda, shoulda, woulda at the top.
Well, yeah, and he says here, I don't know the entire story, and at this point, I don't really care to. But what I do know is the levels of vicious hatred I witnessed over the last week by some marks in this fandom completely turned me off. I think I'm going to follow Porter and cut most fan interaction. Be better.
I think you're going to see
this pisses me off. Yeah, this pisses me off because like we're not
Ray
all
Porter
crazy guys. Yeah, that's what makes me so sad because I loved Ray Porter. He's an amazing man. And it broke my heart and it made me so pissed. I booted up a live stream. I was so angry. I was like, dude, I just came back from a trip and I see this and it breaks my heart because all of these actors really do have some great fan interactions. And the fact that this situation and people, you stupid, idiotic people, and I'm going to just say it, you guys are fucking it up for us. Like, honestly, Ray Porter does not deserve any hate. That man is a fucking saint. And you people are literally just, when you turn people like Ray Porter of all fucking people away from the fandom because you guys feel like entitled little fucking assholes. I'm sorry I'm cussing a lot, but it's pissing me off. That's because fine. Ray Porter I've been on streams with him. He's an amazing man. And I'm sure this guy is an amazing guy. These actors don't have to give us the time of day, and they've chosen to do so. And then people in the fandom who are so fucking entitled why do you feel entitled, dude? I get it. You pay for these for this stuff. Cool, I get it. But just because you pay for something, you're not going to come into my fucking job and give me money when I make minimum wage and I'm not making bank. But even if I was making bank, you're not going to come to my fucking job and give me attitude just because you paid me to be there. You can go fuck yourself royally. Like, I don't understand why people really think that they can go to these people because you pay for whatever they're part of and think that they fucking owe you a goddamn thing, because they really fucking don't. They have a job just like everybody else. It's a job at the end of the day. And it doesn't matter if it's entertainment. It's still a job. It's a paying gig. So they don't owe you a goddamn thing. But these actors come out and talk to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, there is promotion.
Can I just say real quick that was an amazing ramp, but it's hard to take seriously when Saggy has Elmo behind her screen.
I don't like it when your fans feel entitled, you fucking assholes. I don't know. That was my Elmo. I'm sorry.
Actually, Brian Master Num brings up a good question in the chat. He said, wow, this is not good. I had no idea until RJ told me earlier, which I did, yeah. Maybe it's time for the fandom group to end.
I'm sorry, I ran off, but I love Ray Porter. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
There's nothing wrong with that too. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But then Hugo here does say, I agree with Zaggy. I don't like seeing a project die. Look, the thing is, I think with Nicotina, and I think that, because I found this tweet here. It said, look at Dreamscapes of Justice League Emotion comic Q&A with It's Math Chu, creator of Lightcast Pod and director of the motion comic and executive producer, of Nicotine. So it's like, these are the guys in charge. And it's like, where the fuck?
Anthony and Ryan's Twitter tagged as well.
Yeah, it's like, where the fuck were you guys when this shit was blowing up? You know what I mean? Like, that's my big complaint. That's my big complaint.
By the way, you know this shit is bad when I actually fucking agree with Roosevelt. Like, the actor should never interact with fans. I have to agree now because because the fans are making it very, very toxic and scary for these actors to want to engage with us and do projects with us. And
the actors need to disassociate.
Yeah, they have to, because what is the point? Because they don't know if the random person they're trying to make friends with online is a freaking psychopath.
Well, here's the funny thing. You would think that after the whole Geeks and Gamers thing with Zack Snyder, people would have wised up and learned to be more careful when they bring actors on for projects like this or their streams. I guess not.
It just with Ray, it broke my heart to see him say that, because I'm like, Ray has always been very engaging with fans, and he loves his fans, and he loves the fan base and the positive side, and it just breaks my heart that this whole situation just turns them away from us.
My thing is that it's just another punch in the gut to a fandom that's already experienced so many punches in the face lately, where it's
I'm with you
at this point, it's like, how much longer until we just get knocked out and just say enough's enough? Let's just go pack our bags up and go home.
Well, I think a lot of people have moved on. I think a lot of people have
mentally and emotionally. I think a lot of people checked out.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think I said this last night. This project was kind of it for I think restoring the Snyderverse, and I do think that if it would have been as popular as I do think it would have been, I think a lot of people would have come to it, would have gotten these stories, would have enjoyed what they heard, and would have wanted more, and that would have reinvigorated it. But it's unfortunate that the situation went the way that it did. And, that's just the case. That's the case. Again, I go back to accountability, and the buck stops with the director and executive producers. And clearly it didn't, because they canceled the project. They could have said, we're letting the artist go, and we won't be using his artwork, and we're going to find somebody else. It might delay the project, because I think this guy was doing most of the artwork, if I'm being honest with you. I think this guy was doing a fair amount of the artwork.
Yeah, and again, why was it not properly vetted?
Yeah, and also why is it when it was that 1% that we saw that we're going to be 99% of original artwork, why is it that out of that 1% we kept seeing stuff that was effectively,
even when the comic got canceled, we still saw more.
Yeah, so it is all of that crazy stuff. Real quick though, I just want to get to, because I do want to touch upon. I'm kind of done with this right now. I kind of feel like we've covered enough.
Yeah.
Sorry. Final thoughts from both of you guys on this whole subject. Like, just final thoughts on it.
You can go first, RJ.
No, you go first.
My final thoughts is I love Dawson. I love Nicotine. I love Ryan. I love Aces. I love that group. It's unfortunate that the situation happened, but I still will support them moving forward, and I really do hope that maybe they can find a way to kind of salvage this project, because I would love to see it. And I'm sorry guys, I love y'all and I have your backs 100%, and everybody just stop being dicks to each other. Thank you. That would be really nice, because I'll start cutting people.
I don't disagree. I think she would probably start cutting people, to be honest.
Definitely. Well, my final thoughts on this are, at the end of the day, it's a shame that this got canceled. Nobody wanted to see that happen, but again, comes down to poor management and poor leadership on the part of Matthew Miranda, and him leaving out everyone else cold and dry to deal with the ramifications of this is terrible. And he needs to, again, take accountability for his actions and face the consequences at this point. Again, I think a lot of what we've seen today, especially with the artwork, has been a very sus, and it's a shame, because again, I don't think there was malicious intent with this project. I think everyone had good intentions, obviously, going in with this, but again, just another punch to the gut of the morale of this fandom. And at this point, I have to question the future of this fandom as a whole, because I think at this point it's getting to be too much. People are getting harassed, people are getting drove off social media, actors are feeling they need to disassociate, and maybe it's time that we re-examine things to say enough's enough and hang in the towel.
I agree. I think I've been saying for a while that the Snyderverse in and of itself is not going to.
It's going to be too much. It's too much.
It's not. It's not going to. Yeah. It's like this is the problem when like people just don't want to accept the truth that it's over. And it's not to say like it's for right now. Let's just say for right now it's done. Okay, like for the next couple of years at least. 3 to 5 years probably. Earliest best guess. These things take time to make. Now, if they were to, work with Zach and like do a graphic novel or a motion comic, that's an actual thing.
Yeah, imagine they announce that tomorrow. Zack Snyder presents the.
No, they're not going to. No, God, no. That would not happen. Not at all.
I know. I'm just joking around.
It would be bad. It would be so bad.
Jim Lee does the artwork.
Yeah, my God, that would be terrible. But yeah, so I think at this point, effectively,
the fandom is killing itself from the inside.
Yeah, I agree on that point. And look, it was fun. We have 3 amazing movies. We've got the Suicide Squad coming out that is kind of a partial continuation. It's in the same vein, so to speak. It is going to be different, and it is going to be looked at as being different. But I think, like
take a step back and relax.
DC is going to be doing their own thing for a while, especially under Hamada, and even with this new regime that's coming in next year, they are probably not going to. They're going to probably want to focus more on things that at least can view to be profitable, and that's going to be Game of Thrones and other fantasy items.
I just continue to hope that this fandom does not go the way of the Menace, because it's getting very close at this rate.
Some people are already there.
Oh no, some people are already there, but I mean, the whole thing becoming corrupted.
Yeah, and again, that's just kind of where I'm at with it. So I do want to move on. At least we got another 20 minutes to go. I gotta get to the doctor in the morning, so I got to be a little earlier than I want. But let me get to some super chats here. Command Unit, another 15 shekels, says enjoying the show so far, and don't call me shekels.
Call him shekels now.
Don't call him shekels.
I don't know. It feels a little wrong.
I think it's like if used in the wrong context, it could be
terrible.
It could be anti-Semitic, and I don't want to be accused of that. Benson here with another £2 saying, Saggy, there is no talent for tracing others' artwork.
I responded to that. I was saying that the talent I was speaking of was just other people who didn't.
I saw that comment. I thought that was hilarious. The DSP reference.
Like DSP, DSP and I don't live that far away from each other, right? Like maybe 30 minutes away.
Can you guys do a collab? Can you
He has me blocked on Twitter. If someone could get him to unblock me on Twitter, I would gladly go to DSP's house and like have dinner with him. I think that'd be great. The whole conversation.
Not even that, do like an interview. I would watch that.
Yeah. I mean, just ask him where the cum went, right? Like,
I don't know who we're talking about.
It's okay.
Know who Darkside Phil is?
We do not need. We do not need to go down.
I'll tell you after the show.
I don't want that's a whole thing. All right, and then Andy Buko here with a $11 euro. I think it's euro, right? Yeah, it looks like it's euro. I don't know the freaking currency. I'm so sorry.
Euro.
Is euro?
It's Euro.
Euro. Shut up. It says here, honestly, streamers go after each other with their audience, plus the idiots on social media. This is where the toxic begins. Yeah, look, I'm being critical. I'm being critical of what I see here because I'm seeing I'm seeing what I view as being, as being, like kind of like dual, what's the word I want to use here? Information that is not lining up, right? Like there's a word, I can't think of it right now, but the information to me is not computing. There are, inconsistencies. That's the word. There are inconsistencies in the arguments that do not make any sense to me. Now, granted, I don't have all the inside track. I only have what I can hear and see and read. But the reality of it is, though, is asking very simple questions and the answers are not adding up. So,
or asking questions and getting real non-answers.
Yeah, or muted in chats when just simply saying hi. And now Hugo here makes a great point, saying here, bad enough we've had punches in the past from those outside of the fandom who paint us all with the same brush. And this does give them ammo. Oh
God, yeah, the enemy. Like, have you seen Casey Walsh's Twitter?
I did.
He's been having a field day with this, dude.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Trust me, the industry and the media is loving this right now.
Yeah. No, that's very true. That's very true. I saw that today too. I know Casey Walsh does not like Lightcast or the Cultured Nerd, and is very much championing their downfall. A lot of other people in the Scooper game are kind of doing the same thing. And that is unfortunate, but at the same time, it's like, when you shut it all down and you run away with your tail between your legs without giving an adequate response to the, to the heat, it's going to give your enemies ammo. And even Jeremy from the Fandom Menace would simply say, yeah, and our enemies are loving this right now, and they should. You know what? And he's got a point, because this is a bad one, in my opinion.
When you act stupid and you look bad, it makes everyone look bad.
Accountability greater than entertainment. Some people kind of forgot that. Al Mukantar says here, the fandom will die from the inside. Unfortunately, it does feel that way. Now, Command Unit says, with 30 more shekels, thank you, says quitting is spitting. Is finishing swallowing? Like, I can't tell. I mean, is that like an oral sex joke?
Why is that where your mind goes?
It's where my mind always goes.
I'm gonna pray for you tonight.
I'm gonna pray for you. You need Jesus. I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm gonna pray. We're gonna pray together.
If I want Jesus, I'll just watch Man of Steel.
Wait, what?
No, there's been a lot of accusations. Zack Snyder has gotten criticized for like the Jesus allegories in Man of Steel and BVS.
There's a shot of him saying, "If I surrender, I can save everyone else," in front of like the Jesus and on the cross or whatever. It's like subtle shots in filmmaking, Reddit or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore Man of Steel, but like you can't not see that, and it's okay with me, because I kind of get the dichotomy. The same thing goes even with the gods don't come from below, or no, the demons don't come from below, they come from above references that were in BVS. There's a lot of religious subtext to that I think is fascinating. But thank you very much for that, Command Unit, really appreciate it. And let's see. I'm trying to get through like all of these there's so many. You guys are great. Wad's asking, just got here, what happened? That's an hour and a half, man. You got to go back to the beginning.
Why do people do that to me too? They like get there mad late. What happened, Saggy? I'm like, I've been talking about this for an hour. Where the hell have you been?
Well, here, HBAR, it's $5, man. Thank you. Says, how long before the Fandom Menace absorbs the Snyderverse fandom?
I'd argue it's already happening.
I would say, like, when Uche and Ryan Kennel had the stream, that there's very much going to be like, there was parts of it that crossed over there. And then you get people like Fatal J, who is like mad at the Nerd Queens because he feels left out of Justice Con. So then he runs over to like Drunk 3PO and the Fandom Menace to kind of like suckle up to them, because he wants to get in on a group that's going to like, prop him up, I guess. There, you can look, I don't like to use the term clout chaser very often, and everyone's got their game here on the platform, whether you like it or not.
Not me, sir.
Everyone's got their game. The biggest problem, though, comes from people that you can very, very, very much tell are just trying to, ride the corporate ladder or climb the corporate ladder. Like, that's what they're trying to do. And again, that's their game. But eventually, if you don't bring anything of actual substance to the table, I think it all falls apart. And I'll be honest with you guys, a couple years ago when all my shit happened, I didn't think I was bringing anything of substance to the table. I was just getting angry for the sake of getting angry. And nothing about that is interesting. In fact, it's very boring. This is at least engaging conversation, because we're navigating something here that's tricky. But at the end of the day, we all still want the same thing. And so that can open up the lines of dialogue and communication. And that doesn't mean I'm opening the chat up tonight. We're not. We'll do it tomorrow. But yeah. Anyway, and then Benson here with another £5 says, Matt, this was an ego project when it was blown up in their which is blown up in their faces. Imagine if this had been a success. It was a stolen art project, nothing more.
Well, I would say this: had they, let's say, like if they did handle this completely differently, they didn't announce it until it's pretty much already done. They teased it leading up to like a week before release, and it came out. The blowback would have been even worse, I imagine. Because it's a finished project with actors' names on it, and if the artwork, if there was accusations of tracing in this stuff, it would have blown up, I think, even worse, and we would have seen the final product, and we would have seen like what the other 99% of the artwork would have looked like. I can't imagine. I think it would have actually been a worse scale than what we've gotten with this.
I mean, yeah, this did kind of mitigate, some. I would say this did kind of. Yeah, I agree with you. Well, here's the thing. Had it come out, I think, and it would have been, there's something to say about if it would have come out and it would have been really well received, people would have kind of looked the other way.
It would have been like the elephant in the room, though. It would have been something that hanged over the project forever, though.
It would have, but at the same time, would it have gone into the mainstream conversation surrounding it? This hit it, and it hit hard, and they weren't prepared for it, and they reacted poorly, which is what only amplified it, because it feels like they tried to hide it. It feels like they tried to sweep it under the rug without acknowledging the elephant in the room. And if you acknowledge it, generally speaking, most people are kind of okay with it. If you just acknowledge that there was mistakes made, you're human doing something you've never really done before. There are going to be errors. But because there was ego on this project, that ended up being what, and stubbornness is being what, I'm sorry, like, look, Lightcast just yeeting his Twitter and his YouTube is literally like, it's keeping him, the two places that there could have been actual pushback from people and actual conversations or criticism have been removed. Instagram is
maybe this is a hot take, but I think it's a cowardly move.
No, you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Always wrong.
I'm not always wrong. No. William didn't get to you, Saggy. Okay. William didn't get to you. But here's Benson here, another £2. Thank you. Says, as our porn guru, sad news about Dahlia.
Oh no, we cut out.
Sad news about Dolly Sky.
Do you know who that is?
No.
I thought you were a porn guru.
I was a what?
Nothing.
I'm a what? What did you call me? Are you trying to get
a porn guru?
That's Matt Jar. That's Matt, not me.
Maybe you're one too. I don't know.
No, listen. I'm trying to learn because he won't let me see his search history.
Why did if Nick didn't do anything, I didn't see what he said. So there's really if he don't time anyone out unless it's like really bad.
He was interacting with someone else or something. I don't know what's
going on. Okay. Yeah, I just let him chill. Anyway, yes, the sorry, cut out the Dahlia Sky situation. I heard about that a couple weeks ago when they found her dead. I think she shot herself in the head.
Oh, geez.
And she was only like 31, I think. She was still very young, but apparently she was battling terminal breast cancer. And also there was a mixture of narcotics from my understanding. And that's very tragic. That's very,
terrible
very tragic.
To hear.
And it's yeah, I mean, my thoughts and prayers. I don't know what else to say on the subject, to be honest with you. It's that's very tragic on that front. But I did hear about that. Yeah. I breast cancer, fuck cancer. Okay. Hashtag fuck cancer. That's the best thing I can say about that.
Cancer's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, that's honest to God. I'm not gonna lie. That's something like one of my biggest fears is like I quit smoking 15 years ago in September because I was worried about getting heart problems and cancer as the older I got. And then here it is. I'm on the precipice of being 40 and I fell and broke my back. And now I've got a hernia. I got to go get surgery. I got type 2 diabetes, and it's like, what the hell? I don't drink soda. I drink water, I try to eat like chicken and protein and shit. My body's like, fuck you, fatty, So.
No, Brian, I did not. I asked the question if she was. A big difference. I didn't call her one. I asked the question if she was one. Big difference. Just so you know.
What happened?
I'm addressing Brian and Bradley in the chat.
Oh, well, I'm telling you right now, if I ever get cancer, goodbye, Crew World, because F the friggin' treatments, dude. They make you sick as hell.
I would not to be too, I would go through the treatment because I got the kids, I got my kids and I want to see them grow up. So,
right.
when
my grandfather got it, he just said, F the treatment. When they were like, yeah, the treatment, and we're like, is it going to cure him? No, it might or might not. My grandfather's like, nope.
I can't even imagine how painful and how horrible treatment can be. I just don't even want to picture it.
My stepfather had, I think he had lung cancer and he went through hell. Like he had a trach, they put it in his throat, and the chemo was brutal. He lost a bunch of weight and everything. And after the treatment, he was just still after the treatment. His cancer was gone, but he was still sick as hell for years before he died.
It's horrible. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I mean, no, that's, yeah, cancer is like, thankfully, like my grandmother passed away of pancreatic cancer. It was quick though, thankfully. And then my grandfather died last September from a tumor that they couldn't get rid of, unfortunately. I mean, you know,
cancer. Thanks for the sad times.
Yeah.
Guys.
So let's move on. Let's move. Yeah.
Is there a happy story today?
No. What we're going to talk about next and how we're going to kind of wind things down, even though this is going to do the exact opposite. There's a person that I've talked about before multiple times, and her name is Mecharandom42. And when I talk about the toxic fandom or the toxic aspect of YouTube and like what it can do to people, the ego, the narcissism, and like some of even like the mindset it puts you in because of what people demand of you, right? What we're seeing here is effectively a breaking point for an abhorrently terrible person. And it's one that, like, I saw the clip RJ sent me earlier. I saw the full context of it on another video. And like, I went from kind of like, ha 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 to, oh man, I feel bad. Like, why isn't somebody, you know, coming in and like turning off the webcam?
She needs therapy.
Well, there's enabling that happens. And that is a big part of when you don't have an outside social circle or your social circle shuns you, which is what happened in Mecharandom's case. They shunned her a few months ago because they were trying to get in on some of that Zach crack and it failed.
Oh my God.
And
Max.
What, is Max still here?
Max in the chat. Speaking of literal cancers, talk about Mega Hater 42.
Dude, it's like 4:00 in the morning where you are. Why weren't you on the stream?
Yeah, why are you still awake?
Now Hugo here says, gonna take some time to myself and just relax. Much love to you all. # us united.
Bye,
yeah, Hugo, dude, get some rest, buddy. We'll talk again later. Lord Slick here says she's gonna try to sue you again. Let her. You know,
she needs
that's
to pay
okay.
for therapy bills more than legal fees.
Mike Oxong here says, yes, more Brie doing yoga, please.
Yeah, the video I saw was it's actually a Twitter mutual that I have on Twitter. They put together the breakdown video when she's ranting about Brie Larson, just with footage for her working out. It's pretty funny.
I find that to be so weird that she freaks out over this. But let's take a look here at, this is from Saggy's video. This is from Saggy's stream earlier, which is how I heard about it. Well, I saw the whole thing. So she queued it up. Thank you very much for that. We're just going to watch the first what? Like it's like 3 minutes, I think, or 2-3 minutes. Yeah. But this is wild. Just listen.
Give it a second.
Yeah, give it a second. I went to the timestamp she gave me.
Here we go.
There we go. Yeah. Maybe not.
You know, it could have happened to anybody.
This is a video I didn't have the courage to make a few months ago. I've been kind of leaning this direction for a while. I was too afraid to say it then. I'm going to say it now because LeBron, the king of, I don't know, the Space Jam movie, quote unquote, blames negative reviews for Space Jam: A New Legacy on racism. Too many white male critics. That statement right there is racist in itself. I am so tired of these little oppressed millionaires deciding that when they make something garbage, it has to be because we're upset. Do you think you get a pass? Do you think that you're so special needs that you need to get, oh yay, they have the bestest movie ever because they can't do any better? Is that what you really think, LeBron? Video on this. I pounce on it and it's fucking not even real. It's not even
so this is a fake count.
It says parody.
It says parody.
Look at the actual Twitter handle. BBC News but gayer. And I think this is run by Vito Gasoldi.
Yeah, it's a troll account.
Yeah,
sure.
He also does the Victory News Network is another one that he has that he trolls people with.
How do you not catch that?
Because it says this is a parody account. She only clicked on the tweet, not the profile. And then it just says, by the way, you're gay is the next line there. Like, how do you not know? How do you? Anyway, I mean, look, this is okay. Before we go into this next part, before we go into the meltdown, anyone can have this happen to them. I know Saggy said the same thing. when you are on Twitter and your whole world is just react, it's not even like there's no thought behind it. There is no research behind it. It is simply just take what is given to you, what is presented as it is, with absolutely no deeper research, and just react to that, which is exactly what Mecharandom has done in regards to building up her channel. And she's done well as a result of that, especially when it comes to Brie Larson. And this is what happens when all of that anger and that rage that's so misplaced, it breaks. The dam breaks because this is embarrassing. And this is her ego unable to handle because of all the enabling that she's had in the last couple of years. And it's sad, actually. This is what I'm talking about, the toxic fandom side of things. People who prop up people who they know are mentally unwell as a way to get their own kicks, I guess.
Even real, and like, for fuck's sake. I just, like, that fucking, seriously. So I suck. So I fucking suck. So that's not real, and I fucking suck, and I'm just gonna delete the video and fucking delete my channel because I can't do anything right.
Anybody could have.
I fucking suck.
No, it's not. It's like, I do really think I actually pay attention to this shit enough to notice it. That's the problem. That's the problem I have here. Is like people don't really understand it. No, I don't actually care about fucking Space Jam. Okay, I don't actually care about Space Jam. And then for people who are like, oh, it's fake, it's fake. I don't fucking care. The asshole's still a goddamn racist. He's still a goddamn race baiter. He's still a fucking millionaire that tells me I'm supposed to be so goddamn wrong because of the color of my fucking skin. Fuck LeBron and fuck the goddamn race grifters. I'm so tired of this shit.
Yeah. Is that all of it, Seggy? That's all of it right there?
Yeah, that's all of it.
There was also, it continued to where her boyfriend was trying to comfort her, and she was yelling at him, and then she went on a rant saying, I want Brie Larson off YouTube. And
Right. You sent me that one. I will bring that up just because for the sake of all of that.
Well,
and her boyfriend is Rob, formerly of Midnight's. Well, I don't know if he's formerly or not. I did ask him if he was let go a while back. He could not. He didn't say he's gone, but I think kind of implied.
My thing is like, number one, like we've a lot of people like it's understandable that she wanted to be like the first. That's the thing with these people who do newsworthy stuff, is they want to be the first to talk about it. So it's an understandable mistake that she made. And here's the thing, I'm not judging her for making a mistake. It's how she always handles her mistakes, with just like, I'm sorry, but I'm still right, and it's not my
LeBron's
fault.
Still
it's
a racist. He's still a bad
it's still
person.
Other people's fault. And it's like, dude, this is what she does. And it's like, the first time I talked about her was when the nasty stuff she said about Zack Snyder. That was the first time I talked about it.
And yes, fourth, she was really crying, but
it was a emotional crying mental breakdown.
This is
she has them often.
She does, and this is kind of why, like, I think it's very difficult sometimes, like, because people take this shit so fucking seriously that and I know I take things seriously sometimes, and I've lost my cool on some shit, but it's like, I mean, you have to sometimes stop and go, wait a minute, what am I doing here? What's going on? And so
it's almost like a cry for help.
Yeah. I mean, so just listen to this. Hold on.
That's the problem. It's like, don't bully the people who fucking canceled me because they said a lot worse about Brie fucking Larson, all right? I'm so goddamn tired of it. I'm so fucking sick of all of this.
Yeah, Bammy goes.
I wish somebody would just remove Brie Larson from YouTube altogether. Just her name, her picture, her face, every fucking mention of this woman. I want to never see her ever again as long as I fucking live. Do you understand me? I'm so goddamn tired of her.
Ladies and gentlemen, do I need to record?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, this is clearly a person who is losing it, is just having problems. And I mean, now Brian here makes an interesting point. I don't really wish to kick anyone whilst down, but she kind of had it coming. So, like, am I supposed to get sad when someone cancels themselves?
No, I don't give a shit about her, dude. When she the first time I heard about this broad and the thing she said about Zack Snyder's children, fuck her. I don't care. I don't care about her. Fuck her feelings. I don't care if she's being bullied or harassed. She attacked someone's child. She blamed a father for the death of his child. Fuck her.
And she tried to excuse it by saying, well, I was trying to defend my friends who we called white supremacists.
Fuck your feelings. Fuck her feelings, dude. I don't give a shit. She can cry, dude. I relish in her friggin' sorrow. F that bitch, dude. That's disgusting that you would say something like that about someone's kid. Get out of here. I don't feel sorry for her. I will kick her when she's down. I'll make her down and I'll kick her while she's down, dude. You don't say that about people's children. Ever. Ever. Children are off friggin' limits. I don't care who the hell you are. You leave children alone. They're fucking innocent, especially when one committed suicide. God rest her soul. But I can't have sympathy for someone who would literally basically blame the father for that. He isn't suffering enough with the loss of his kid, and she's gonna say some dumb shit like that. Fuck that bitch.
Well, and I would say, like, you know, and then to the, I guess you could say, the Fandom Menace's credit, they did distance themselves after that, and then she had a gigantic meltdown. But I kind of wanted to take
that Star Wars girl even told her she was wrong. That Star Wars girl flipped out on her.
Again, how bad do you have to be for the Phantom Menace to say, no, you're too crazy, get away from us?
Well, so here's her Social Blade account, and someone had, you know, I think RJ mentioned earlier that, like, some people are speculating that her channel is dead. She's got 62,000 subs still, and we can see here.
It's just that her views are down. That's the big thing.
Yeah, her views are definitely down. Weekly averages are 45,000. Last 30 days is 194,000. I mean, when I was sitting at about this amount of subs for the Mundane Mad channel, again, doing very similar kind of like rage bait content, I was pulling in about probably, I don't know, I was maybe getting around like at least 1 million views a month. And so she's down to this. I think I don't get this much on 3 Buck Theater, but like I get sometimes close to that, you know. And so she's, I mean, you can even look here at the estimated earnings, which, by the way, is not anything to treat as fact. It is simply an estimate. But that is something that's also an issue. And you can look at here, just like look at her. Again, you can kind of pinpoint her trajectory. So during this time right here, when you had January 2019, February 2019, right? What happened? What came out here? Captain Marvel, by the way. This is March or April and March. This is all Brie Larson content right here, leading into Avengers Infinity War, which dropped off quite a bit around that point. And then from there, she's just kind of picked different things, but she's had lulls, and she's never really been able to regain what she had beforehand. And then now it's down to like in April of this year, which I think is when she had the fallout, 52,000 views, you know? And so she's back to doing the rage stuff, but you can look and see here, she had this massive growth, 5,800 subs, almost 7,000 new subs just in those 2 months alone, 4,000, 4,700. I mean, she was gaining. That's a lot of sub growth for those couple months. And then here she had 800 sub loss, 300, went down. She's dropped 1,200 subs in the past 2 months. Well, her views, I mean, and they are not, she's not meeting new people. She's losing people, and it's clearly having an impact on her.
Good. I have no sympathy for her, dude. I don't care. I hope her channel goes to hell. Normally I wouldn't say that, because even people I hate, I hope they succeed. Not this chick. Dude, I have seen some really just messed up people on the internet, but even some of those people have limits. You don't talk about people's kids, especially the ones that have passed away. You are hot garbage. I really hope somebody, for the love of God, disconnects this bitch's internet. Like, just cuts that friggin' wire. She can't connect to nothing. It doesn't pay her phone bill, so she can't get on the internet.
She needs an intervention.
She needs an intervention. That's not okay.
I tried to find the comment. I saw Ryan Hartwell saying here, she really needs a vacation, and that's putting it kindly. And I agree. Also, Ryan, I finally was able to get over to the P.O. box today, and I got your letter. Thank you very much.
Where's my letter, Ryan?
Don't listen to her. No, but
Where's
it's
my
not.
letter, Saggy?
Where's my letter?
Yeah,
I
where's
don't know.
my anyway. And
a love
so there's I mean, Mecha is someone that at this point is clearly having issues, and these kind of blowouts, man. Like, there is such a thing as creator burnout, and I do think that it does somewhat apply to the situation with Lightcast, where it's like the people who are unable to admit fault and have it just more or less kind of break them. And I'm telling you guys, personal experience, admitting that you've made a mistake is literally one of the most freeing things you can do, because you're not holding that in anymore. You're acknowledging you're human. You have faults. You screw up. But the problem, though, is that our ego definitely keeps us, in many instances, from doing probably what is needed. I mean, how many times in your life have you found yourself in like some of the most painful situations that are probably caused by your ego? Fair amount. I know I have. Oh yeah, absolutely. I know for a fact what that's like. And again, I'm stubborn, but I'm humble. Yeah, and I can acknowledge I'm a narcissist and I have an ego, but I'm also a humble enough person to like want to have, I try not to like let it dominate my life. There's times where it comes through because I get like that. But it is what it is. Anyway, McLeod here, $10 Canadian. Thank you so much, sir. Says Mecharandom is a wannabe dominatrix with that stupid crop. If she were to meet a real dom and they knew what kind of giant bitch she is, they'd turn her into their personal hand puppet.
Some people might be into that.
She might, yeah. You never. I know that riding crop is that's like the worst prop on YouTube. There's a guy on YouTube named Ed the Sock out of Canada, and like that's still a better thing.
Mental health problems is not. Listen, I have mental health problems. A lot of people have mental health problems, but you know what isn't a cause of my mental health? I would never say the disgusting, foul things that woman has said because of my mental health. I've said my fair share of messed up things to people. I have wished death on people. I have told somebody I hope they off themselves, but I never attack children. I would never use somebody's children against them.
Attacking children's too, like a step too far.
That's like the lowest of low. What did those children do to deserve that? Like, even if there is a person out there I hate, if they have children, I'm not projecting my hatred on that person, on their children. What did their children do to me? You don't do that shit. That's disgusting behavior.
Well, one of the things, so she has, by the way, she has zero remorse over that Zack Snyder comment, by the way.
Yeah, she has no.
She's got none.
She keeps saying that I thought I was defending my friends who got called white supremacists.
You defended your friends that were called white supremacists by attacking the children who had nothing to do with it.
It's a horrible argument.
It's a horrible, disgusting argument, and that's why I don't have sympathy for this bitch. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that Rob, her boyfriend, very much is doing what he can. And again,
bless him, by the way.
To absolutely utterly reiterate, do not reach out to this person, contact this person under any circumstances. We're just tying it into an earlier conveson, but she doesn't need.
Don't send any hate her way.
No pylon, no hate. It is what it is. She's there. I don't like this person, but I kind of now feel bad for her, to be honest with you. I mean, she clearly doesn't want my pity, but I understand. I understand being backed into a corner on your YouTube channel. You spend all this time, all this effort, all of this building up, and then you find yourself in this like ideological holding pattern. And if you ever go against the grain and you find yourself outside of that echo chamber, outside of that bubble, you can feel lost. And I get that, but like having meltdowns on stream, like trying to be first, it's like, YouTube talked about like a couple years ago with their rewind, like, oh, mental health is really important. And it's like, but the system itself, it requires so much dedication that it just ends up like really driving people like nuts and shit. And I know what that's like, which is why now I'll tell you guys this, my kids go down for a nap. You know what I do? I do the same thing. My kids go down for their nap. I lay down on the couch. I get a little snoozer. I feel better. I then hang out with my kids even more. I go do my my deliveries, come home, talk to you guys for a couple hours, go to bed. All good. You know, like you got to find a way to break it up when you got to touch grass. You know what I mean? Like you got to touch grass. You got to go outside and physically touch the ground. And like, I think you guys probably agree, right?
Yeah. I don't like this chick.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But like Saggy, I mean, like, you know, you go outside.
Yeah,
Kinda.
I do.
Saggy, do you touch grass?
Yes, I touch grass. I mow grass. I lick the grass.
Do you smoke the grass?
No, I don't smoke the grass. If I smoked the grass, I'd probably be a completely different human being right now.
I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see you high. To be honest with you.
No, it depends on what.
Kind of want to see you high. I think that'd be really funny.
No, it won't be funny.
All right, Anthony, what am I doing? Collins, I'll probably do them tomorrow night. Once I know more about the whole the hernia thing. So I guess on the final, because I actually
one more super chat by the way.
I do. Did I miss it?
Yeah, from McLeod. Or no, you did. No, you got that.
No, I got that. I got that. Yeah.
My bad.
No, but hey, thanks for keeping track. I can only see so much here, and then I've got the stream up, the other thing. All right. This was asked of me earlier. People are wanting to know, I guess, my thoughts on the Reddit leaks of Spider-Man No Way Home, which are most likely not real.
Didn't we already do this?
Hello, I work at Sony. Automatically not true.
Yeah, well, you know, to be fair, the guy RayStance84 was the name of the YouTube account, or the Reddit account that did post the entire story for Ghostbusters 2016 on Reddit early, and so there is that. But anyway, this was asked. I don't know. I don't believe any of these at this point until I see the movie. I don't believe anything. So he says here, yeah, hello, hold on, like hello, I work at Sony. And they've recently seen No Way Home. It was shown to a select few employees, and I was lucky to see it. Most of the effects are not finished or just not done at all. The movie starts off where Far From Home ended, with Peter's identity revealed, and he's on the run. He takes MJ and swings her up to a building. They talk, and MJ asks what Peter will do. He says he's gonna get into hiding. He drops MJ off at Stark Industries safe house, set up by Happy with Ned and Aunt May. We get a few scenes of Peter getting chased by the law. We have a scene where Jay Jonah plays a recently released Mac Gargan, or pays a recently released Mac Gargan to make a super suit.
That's Scorpion, yeah.
Okay.
That's the origin story for Scorpion from the comics.
Yeah, that is very true. And we did know Michael Mando, Scorpion in Far From Home, in Homecoming. Mm-hmm. And I think, wasn't he in the Morbius trailer as well?
Was he? I don't remember.
No, I think it was just I think it was just Keaton, but at the same time, I do think he's probably in that shot.
Possibly, yeah.
All right, so Peter goes to the Sanctum. Outside the Sanctum, we see Doctor Strange shoveling snow. We see Strange in a winter coat with the shovel and the pop figures. Is that a new one? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I know Pops are talking about. Yes, they were confirmed.
Strange takes Peter in and they talk. Peter asks Strange if there's anything Strange can do. Strange says he cannot reverse what happened without the time stone. Strange then says he knows a really good lawyer. Strange gives Peter the business card of the one and only Matt Murdock and Foggy Nelson. See, that I don't believe, because Strange was like a world-renowned doctor. He's not going to know a couple of pro bono lawyers from Hell's Kitchen.
Well, wait. There was a leak. The previous leak of the synopsis did mention that those characters were going to be in the movie.
Oh no, I want that.
No, here's the thing. I believe they're in the movie, but this doesn't make sense because Nelson and Murdoch are like scrappy lawyers, not the lawyers that like Doctor Strange would know.
Yeah, Doctor Strange, he
don't know who Doctor Strange would know. Are you telling me you know all of his affiliates? Like, how dare you, RJ, presume that Doctor Strange don't know people? He don't got connections like that.
I'm just saying it makes no sense. Also, it makes no sense because in the set photos and in the official stills released of the movie, MJ and Ned were with Peter at the Sanctum. They're and same with the Lego sets and the toys. So this already doesn't make any sense. Why is Peter going alone to the Sanctum by himself?
Because he's Peter Parker. You mind your business, RJ.
Well,
because stop believing this fake.
Because he met
garbage.
he hung out with the wizard, so he knows the wizard. It's going to be something without Tony around. He's going to be, who else is in New York that could help him? That is something.
I feel like RJ is sus.
Anyway, RJ, well, you guys play Among Us, so anything could happen. All right, let's see here. Peter swings to the office, and with the help of a donation from Pepper Potts, Peter is able to afford to hire Matt. But again, Matt and Foggy, they literally worked for tamales in season 1 of the show, right? Remember, like they were getting the payment from people like with chickens.
Are they using the same actors?
Yeah. Well,
yes.
according it's going to be Charlie Cox, and I'm hoping Eldon Henson, because you got to have Foggy. You got to have Foggy.
You gotta have Foggy.
And it's funny too because Jon Favreau played Foggy Nelson in the 2003 Daredevil movie.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Ooh, that's
All right, so we get a few scenes of Peter in court, and eventually they win the case. But what case? What for? Oh, I guess the murder. Peter celebrates with Ned, Happy, MJ, and Aunt May. The screen cuts to black. The screen shows up, and they say 5 months later, end of Act 1. Act 2 starts off with Peter at home doing normal stuff. Strange uses his magic to call out to Peter. Peter goes immediately to the sanctum. Strange tells Peter that something happened with Loki, and that broke open the multiverse. Strange needs Peter's help to do what? Villains from the multiverse are causing havoc and destruction in downtown New York. Peter and Strange go to Times Square, where Doc Ock, Electro, the Lizard, Sandman, Green Goblin, and Rhino from all their movies appear. You're telling me that Paul Giamatti's Rhino is going to be in? No way. I don't believe that.
I'm telling you, this thing is crap, dude.
I know it's crap, but I will say this though. I actually kind of liked Paul Giamatti's Rhino from Amazing Spider-Man.
He was horrible.
He was over the top and it was funny, and I thought it worked. And so if they brought in Electro and Rhino, I would actually be happy. I'm not going to lie. But I don't believe this. I don't believe a word of this. Okay, so all right. Strange gets notified by Wong that there is stuff happening elsewhere that only Strange can deal with. He tells Peter to hold his best against the Six. He tries his best to fight them, but gets beaten. We cut to a scene in New York where we see Spider-Man swinging, but it's not Tom Holland, it's Andrew Garfield. Objects around him start to glitch, and he gets sucked through a portal into the main MCU timeline. He swings around, and he sees Tom Holland Spider-Man on the ground, beaten. He goes up to him and helps him up. They have a back and forth for a bit. Peter sees Strange. And Strange, but wait, hold on. Didn't Strange have to go around the world someplace else?
Yes, he did.
Okay, just so we're clear that there's a plot hole there. Angry Joe already has 8 videos about this. So Peter sees Strange and tells, and Strange tells about what's happening and how people from other universes are showing up in the main universe. We know Peter leave the sanctum and plan to ambush the villains before they leave. Strange gives Peter the suit we saw in the Lego set with the magic in it. Peter go to ambush the villains, but before they do, they get stopped by somebody. Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker. Okay. He explains that months ago he was trapped in this universe because of what Wanda did. End of Act 2. Oh, so
how would he know? How would he know?
Yeah. So is he saying that he's been in isn't that the plot from Into the Spider-Verse though?
Yes, it's the exact same
Gwen
plot.
Stacy was already in New York for like a week, and she ended up at Miles' school.
Yeah,
that was always a weird school. That was always a weird plot point for me though. It was all like, wait, she was there for a week? Okay.
No, I don't think it was a week. I think it was like a few days.
Yeah, but she still was able to enroll into the school in a few.
Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get for criticizing the perfect Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man.
Arda, you shut your face. You stop bullying Matt Jarbo right now, or I'll.
Have you watched Spider-Verse?
Yeah, I watched Spider-Verse.
I'm just asking if you watched it. It's a great movie.
Yeah,
it's my favorite Spider-Man movie.
Oh, I'm glad. It's your favorite Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, it sounds like BS, Saggy. I don't know why you're defending this.
What defending what? Why can't Dr. Strange no lawyers, bro?
You're deflecting. You're deflecting, Saggy. This is bull crap. This is bull crap.
He was a doctor. Doctors no lawyers. I don't know why that's so hard to believe. Doctors no lawyers.
Because I've seen other plot leaks that sound more believable than this.
Okay, well I've seen plot leaks. Okay, now.
Oh wow! Now it's my show. I've taken over.
Welcome to Saggy Mountains Live.
No, welcome to RJ Hollywood After Dark Live.
No,
there we go.
It's my show. Damn it, he's back.
There we go. Yeah, it glitched. I don't know where.
So welcome to the Saggy Bells Live. I'm your host, Saggy Melons, with my co-host here, RJ.
Welcome to RJL After Hollywood After Dark Live. My co-host and assistant.
Did it do it again?
Saggy. Yeah, I did it again.
Yes.
Seriously? Oh my god. StreamYard.
Pay for actual internet. Stop friggin' ciphering your friggin'
I pay a premium for this. Anyway.
Let's hurry up and finish this.
We're gonna call them back and make
Yeah,
sure
let's hurry up and finish.
She said,
So yeah, there you go. All right. Anyway, Peter and Peter go to ambush the villains, but before they do, they get stopped by somebody. Tobey Maguire. Okay, we got to that part. So Tobey Maguire's been living there, like I said, like Gwen Stacy. All right. They never showed us Act 3, but we did see 3 post-credit scenes. One sees Matt Gargan reporting to the Kingpin. One sets up Doctor Strange 2 and Wanda appears. The third one shows Miles Morales in his apartment talking with his uncle about a news report saying that multiple Spider-Men spotted in New York. It also says Spider-Man will appear in Doctor Strange 2. Doesn't say which one.
This sounds like pure fan. What are the comments? I'm just curious.
The comments say here, my niece's friend's cousin walks Kevin Feige's parrot sometimes. I can attest that this is true, but it's missing a very important detail. By the start of Act 3, all 3 Spider-Men break out singing and dancing. We're all in this together, while in the background you can see Mephisto doing a guitar solo.
That I will definitely 100% support that ending.
Look,
Nobody believes this. Nobody believes it.
If you guys believe this, press 1 in the chat. If you don't believe this, press 2. I don't think anyone here.
I believe it.
The leaks I've suggested is that Doctor Strange has the villains in a prison in the Sanctum, because they're dealing with the multiverse threat as the movie starts. And Peter, the villains trick Peter into freeing them, and he has to go back and try and capture them again. Plus, apparently there's a huge set piece where all 3 Spider-Men fight on the Statue of Liberty. So that wasn't mentioned there, so I don't buy it. Because someone was there on set and took a picture of it, but they got taken down.
Oh, so, I have not been following whatever's. I mean, I probably will know this a whole movie before I go see it, but at the same time, I'm trying to purposefully not know about this movie. But anyway, real quick here, Command Unit asks, there's a fairly large controversy in the Warhammer fan base because of Warhammer Plus, a streaming service they asked fan animators to join and delete their vids, or have their content be demonetized.
Yeah, you put a super chat asking about it.
Asking the Warhammer Plus. I to be honest with you, dude, I don't play Warhammer.
I have no clue what that's about. It's the first time
now,
I'm hearing about
are
it.
you saying? Are you saying that they want people to post their animated content, but then to not have to not post it anywhere else, to delete it from? I don't know. I'm so sorry. So I thought if you can send me, later on, post a link in the chat of this thing, the comment section, and I will I'll take a look at it. I don't know Warhammer. One guy, Voice of the Emperor, he knows Warhammer real well. So if he's listening, what do you know about that? Let me know. I just don't know. I'm so sorry, man. Thank you though.
Could you do me just one favor?
Yeah.
Could you highlight Dio's comment for me?
Which one?
The last one. The last one.
Tabletop game?
Okay. I just want to say this. Please don't judge me. Goodbye, Jojo. Thank you. That's all I wanted to say. It's an anime thing. You wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't get it because I'm a normal person.
You wasted all of our time to make a JoJo reference, really?
Yeah.
Everyone knows Dio's in the chat. Everyone knows. Are you okay? You sound like you're a breathing dog.
Oh, God,
come on.
Quick, someone get her a bowl of water.
I almost fell out of my chair.
You all right? Damn, I think she is high.
All right.
Like a damn dog.
Well, Ryan, I can't see the link. I can't click the link here. So send it to me on Discord. I can take a look at it later, but I do got to wrap this thing up here in a second. HBart's here, $2. Thank you. Says, if Kingpin shows up, I die. I mean, is that like a Ring kind of situation where if
I would be very happy if he was a post-credit scene. That actually would be really cool.
That would be cool. But who would they get to be Kingpin?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
He really wants to do it. Yeah, he's really
Kevin Feige apparently likes him. So
So I mean, like, to be fair, I think Kevin Feige kind of likes everybody.
Can he like me? I want a part.
Who would you play?
Who would you want me to play?
Well, there's no Blue Beetle in the Marvel
Wait,
universe.
hold on. Wait, hold on. Are you legitimately asking RJ which female Marvel character he wants you to cosplay as?
Yeah, we had this conversation before. Remember, that's what
my
spun
God.
the Raven cosplay one.
What is the but RJ, like, too bad it's not a DC movie. We could totally go and pull out that Starfire gif.
The what? Oh, that horrendous thing. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's pure nightmare fuel, and you should feel ashamed for creating it.
You did dirty things to that picture. Don't lie.
No, I did not.
Okay. All right. On that note, I'm gonna go to bed. Because I have to be able to
Saggy for Black Cat. There we go.
Sure, why not? Do Felicia Hardy.
I would do Felicia Hardy.
She's got the melons for it.
She's like, oh, Sesame Timbas. Oh.
Go to bed. We're done here.
I got like an early doctor appointment to go and get my chest burster freaking whatever the alien from Total Recall.
Yeah, he needs to get the xenomorph removed from his stomach.
Yeah. I got to figure that out. I also get the girdle on Wednesday. It's gonna be fun. Man spanks.
No, I'm done. Okay, I love y'all.
You're done. You're like, oh my God, I'm so done. It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm so done. But anyway, guys, listen, I appreciate everyone who's hung out tonight. Eddie here, clearly upset that I didn't bring him on. I said if there was time, there was no time. I'm just telling you the truth there, man. Tonight was a weird night. But anyway, if I could talk, I'll see you guys tomorrow night for another episode of Hollywood After Dark. Remember, guys, go outside, touch grass.
Go get some sunlight.
And don't promise more than you can deliver on. And also, tracing is wrong.